Yes, and it's time for the latest reading from Rob Muldoon's book. He was the Prime Minister from 75 to 84 my way, and I found a particularly pertinent passage talking about social welfare and superannuation, so I'm going to share that with you. The social welfare philosophy of the National Party is different. We believe that inequality is inevitable, a part of human nature. But we also say that we must provide a floor at a reasonable standard of living beneath which no individual can sink. Above that, we must give each individual the opportunity to rise as far as his talents and initiative will take him. But bearing in mind the fact that in order to maintain that floor, we will tax him more heavily the higher his income rises. Into the socialist camp, and thus into the Labour Party, come the underachievers, the disgruntled, the disillusioned, but also the high-minded, compassionate, but simplistic people who, over the years, have identified Labour as the caring party in New Zealand politics. Labour's record in government should disprove that theory, but they have not been in government often enough for that fact to be clearly understood. National is identified by many of these people as the party of money grubbers who place success on a pedestal and say, "To hell with the losers." The fact that most of the improvements in social welfare over the decades have come in the time of national governments is not generally known or understood. Indeed, the provisions in my various budgets since 1975 for the low-income people, the single-income families, and the families with young children, while welcomed at the time, have not yet produced a change in public opinion toward the understanding that the National Party in government has at least as much care for the underprivileged and the disadvantages as has the Labour Party. Our national superannuation scheme brought social security to the point that the Labour Party was speaking of when it introduced the first comprehensive scheme, bringing together the various social security policies of the past. The Labour Party of the 80s is uncertain about national superannuation as it now exists and is divided on whether the scheme should be dismantled or continued. There's a little bit of an historic perspective on super and social welfare. God, he's very verbose. He's very sure of himself, Rob Muldoon, isn't he? Another reading Monday, though we are going to hunt down the children's book. The children's book. That's your job, Bella, and do that.